Hello, everyone. Let's just make sure that we're live here. I think we should be. Or will be shortly. I think we are. Yes, we are. Excellent. Ah, ta-da! Aha, aha. Well, good to see you again. Good to see you again so soon. This is the second stream of the day, and I'm very excited. I don't always get to do that, but today I did. And let's see what we're up to. We are in the Orcish Mines. We're at experience level 18, which seems really high. I guess the last few levels do take a long time, but I feel like at this point we can actually go ahead and drop this buckler. We're pretty close to maxing out our shield skill. It will max out at 15 for regular sized shields. And since it is highly unlikely that we will find anything better than this Mamma Jamma, we will probably be using it for the rest of the game. Or rather, until we decide to switch to a two-handed weapon, if we do at some point. Possibly during the extended endgame, we'll see what else we got going on. We may never switch away from this and an Evening Star. Or if we find a particularly cool sword of some sorts. Anyway, Shield of Resistance, very unique item. I mean, it is a unique item. Its effects are actually pretty ordinary. Okie dokie. We found this +1 chainmail of fire resistance, which is fine, I guess. Nice to have, I suppose, in theory. Okay. Now we can go back to this other section and explore a bit more. If you have 2 pips of resistance, you can do a volcano or the ice cave without too much risk. There's still risk, definitely, especially if you can't fly and that kind of thing. Got some more chainmail. Chainmail is not the ideal armor. We would prefer to have something else. But for now, it will definitely do. I mean, we haven't found anything more exciting than that. And also, our armor is still only at level 15, so it's not outrageous yet. So to pop out to chat here. Probably could have done that sooner, but you know. All right. This is Orc 3 again, so I'm being a little incautious. I'm actually walking towards things instead of cleverly kiting them. We did have a battle earlier where we did have to kind of back off for a second. I don't think we had to use any resources. We should eat. How? Troll. It's one of the more dangerous things that we could possibly find here. Alright. So now we're on Orc 4. I want to be a little more cautious with this. And Saul, we are going to... I guess the other one's in the other room. I don't think we need to be that cautious as to make sure we have all 3. It's really nice to do stuff like this if you are able to. There aren't always opportunities for this. Bolts 5 being one of them, but going down different staircases and kind of getting an idea of, oh yeah, and the third one's right there, so we don't really have to go. We know where our bolt paths are if we have to get out of here quick. One thing we may look into acquiring at some point is a ring of teleport control. Okay. So like here's where you don't want to auto-explore, because inside this thing is going to be monsters. And we want to save the big bads for last. Just, I mean, no reason to have unknown stuff in your path to run away should things go sour. Another thing you could do would be to put an exclusion. In fact, we can go ahead and do that. Just put an exclusion on the map in the passageway that you don't want to progress beyond. Okay, so we may actually come upon it. Yeah. It's weird. This is one place where axes would be nice, but not really. Ooh. I'm trying to think how worried I am. I don't think I'm that worried. Let's see what Slouch would do here. Oh, well, quite a bit, it seems. Alright, well, that turned out well. I wasn't sure how strong the mighted up orcs would be, so I think that was a reasonable place to... Oh, what is our failure rate at that? 24%? Nah, it's not bad at all. And we've got translocations training. Okay. A lot of the time you really do want to auto-explore, because taking one step too many matters a lot more with Chagridos than anyone else. Nagas feel that pain too. Spriggans, less so. Okay, so here we kind of want to get in this choke point. We want to go one further so that we can... Okay. Just kind of keeping an eye out for polearms. I'm not too concerned about it. We're starving. We're just starving to death. Make sure we can. We only want to be taking hits from one polearm at a time at maximum. I think I'd rather do this. Yeah. Do I? It's not doing a ton of damage. Then again, I am only being attacked by one thing. Nah, I think we step closer. Oop. Do it immediately. Start freezing. Because that could have gone on for a really long time, and no use standing around waiting for crits out of nowhere. It might be particularly vicious. A lot of polearmed up orcs here. Not really an ideal situation for us. But we're strong. A ruined plate armor is nice. We'll walk around and examine things here. Just shiny plate armor. Yeah, we will find a plate armor upgrade somewhere around here. We can remove this exclusion. So it doesn't appear as though we've got a crazy branch ending. Nothing like the filled with orc sorcerers one to liven up your day. Ooh, a jewelry emporium. Ooh, an amulet of clarity. Well, I guess we do have our fingerbone necklace, which is pretty sweet. That looks like a pretty cool ring, though. Wizardry, resist fire, strength -4, whatever. Dex +3, which kind of balances out the strength -4. So wizardry and fire resistance are things that we would like to have. Although right now we're currently resisting fire a lot. I guess we have a ring of fire resistance on already. So that could replace our current ring of fire resistance, and it would just give us wizardry as well. That's a good 2-for-1. Okay, cool. So we'll definitely consider purchasing that. Want to check out all of these before we buy anything, of course. Here we can just probably the identify scroll is worth less. So. We could have bought that potion there to identify it, which would have saved us a scroll of identify when we found a potion, or when we find it, by itself. But they cost about the same. I'd rather not go through potions. Okay, what do we have here? A ring of resist fire, negative cold, double resist negative energy, strength +4, dex +2, stealth -. Ring with flying, resist negative energy, dex -4, slaying +3. The amulet of clarity, resist cold, strength +3, and +2 is nice, but I don't know for sure that it's better than warding, resist negative energy, and an extra ring. But it's actually, it might be really nice with shoals. Mesmerization is kind of annoying. Then again, are we really going to be trying to run away from stuff? Gosh. Is that all the shops? Dex +4 stealth plus. Well, that's certainly not exciting. Okay, so a couple of potentials here. I think we will go ahead and get the ring of resist fire and wizardry. It seems good. We can just go ahead and drop the ring of protection from fire. We have one now. We won't really ever need 2 of them. Yeah, I like this purchase. It's an upgrade. I mean, not a huge one. But having wizardry means that our spells will come online a lot sooner, and that's really nice. Yeah, everything kind of needs to stay on as is for now. I can't think of anything else that I really want to do. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not a lot of experience in the Orcish Mines when you're level 18. We could probably progress to the Elven Halls, actually. We could do Elf 1 and 2. Pretty sure. We've got Reflect Missiles, we've got a shield, a good shield, we have at least one pip in every resistance. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's go elf it up. Oh, do I want plate armor? Not really, actually. I'm not maxed out on... I don't think I have enough armor skill to offset the penalty entirely. And I do want to start casting spells at some point. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go back to our I did want to explore this staircase. I'll just have it available since it was here. Okay. Let's go back to our stash. I feel like we've got some extra junk flying around. I just don't want to deal with that. We can just sort of march towards these centaurs. They can't do anything to us. Quokka. Okie dokie. So what are things we want to get rid of? Some rings, I think. Ring of Dexterity, I don't see us wanting to wear that anytime soon. We don't really need a second Ring of Wizardry. We can pick one up if we need to. If there's a particularly difficult spell that we want to be able to cast right away, if we get kind of stuck somewhere, maybe in the vaults, and we want sort of immediate access to a spell that one Ring of Wizardry won't grant us, we can always come back here. I don't think I'll need just a Ring of Protection for each. I think we have enough incidental magic resistance. 3 pips is fine. Yeah, I think we're good there. Wands. I don't really... I guess 1 Wand of Draining is fine. For now. I kind of want to get rid of it at some point. I do like having a handful of wands in case we encounter something very heavily armored. Not sure what that would be exactly, but you know, where our crossbow bolts would not be quite good enough. I don't know if javelins are going to cut it at this point. I can't think of too many scenarios where we wouldn't just want to switch over to our crossbow. So, oh, hi, Adder. I think we can go ahead and drop the javelins as well. Let's make a separate pile for them, though. We may pick them back up someday. Where are they? T. Okay. Yeah. Alright. And we can drop this chainmail of fire resistance. Let's see what this glowing chainmail is. Oh no, a cursed chainmail! We'll put that over here. We don't want no stinking -1 chainmail. We don't want it. Okay. Scrolls. 2 scrolls of Brand Weapon, which is great. That's 2 scrolls of Brand Weapon is more than twice as good as 1 scroll of Brand Weapon. Because, gosh, sorry, I have A little bit soreness. I did a lot of running around today in the rain. But yes, 2 scrolls is much better than 1 scroll because with 2 you can rebrand a weapon. You know, if you switch a brand from A to B and B is no good, you don't like B, B is bad, then you can just rebrand it a second time, and you can also brand 2 weapons separately. So more than twice as well. That's more than double the use. Keeping Curare, I guess we can drop the poison. I guess we will continue to pick up poison needles, probably. Is there a way that we can sort between them? I don't think so. It's just all needles or no needles. Well, that's too bad. I don't think we need resist mutation. Not for Elk 1 and 2. It's just going to be a really solid source of experience, is why I kind of want to knock it out. See, Invisible is good to have. We'll probably put that on instead of our +4 Ring of Strength, maybe? That does make our strength a little low. Maybe instead of the evasion. I don't know. We'll see depending on the situation. If we need more damage, we can take off the evasion, and vice versa. Okay, so Scroll of Silence is definitely going to be useful. What else do we want? Nothing? Okay. Yeah, Scroll of Silence is going to be great if we encounter any Annihilators. Okay. Elf 3 is too strong for us right now. Whoa. I did not know that I had already gone down the stairs. We'll definitely not have stepped there. No, this is a little precarious. I suppose it is useful. Okay, got some training, that's fine. Alright. Not too bad. We have strong negative energy resistance, so draining, which is probably the most annoying attack early in the Elf Pulse, is not a problem. Alright. Bash, bash, bash the elf. Bash it all day long. Let's stop there. Let's just close the door. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. And to shift C. This is a very good tactic with Chebritos. Instead of using your abilities or whatever to get things closer to you, just find a door and close it in something's face. We actually don't want these. Hold, sure. Potion of Ambrosia. I mean, they'll be able to open the door again, which you want them to do, because it means you don't have to walk across a room towards them. A shapeshifter. Huh. Oh, that's right, they can blink. I would like to be able to blink. We have a ton of spells by now. Version of Cancellation, that's good. We get contaminated or otherwise enchanted by hostile magics. Ooh, the Demonologist is actually. Let's see how Slouch does against these guys. Not outstanding. That's okay though. They don't have to be all that great. Or it doesn't have to be all that great against them. Thanks. Large Abomination. Something smites you, that's what's getting me. Okay. I was wondering where the Demonologist was coming from. what do we do here? Is clearly not going too great for us. Do we actually take a step back? Yes, I think we do. And then switch to a crossbow and shoot at this guy. I think that's, yeah. Okay, excellent. And then we can go back to our mace. Okay, cool. Alright. Yeah, sometimes you do have to take a step back. It feels weird when you do. But, like there, we had poor positioning in the first place. We shouldn't have been standing somewhere where three things could be adjacent to us at the same time. Let's just do this. Okay. Glowing chainmail. I really don't think we're going to get much better than positive energy. We can just drop that. We don't really need it. We have a lot of sources of resist negative energy. A ring without any other bonuses, not too great. In fact, we should probably turn that on or off. We really need rings of protection right here. Or rings of wizardry. Rings of strength and dexterity. We can always find one that's better. Or usually find one that's better than what we have now. Or definitely we can find something that's better than what we have now. You can't always find something that's better than what you have on. Artifacts accepted, of course. Let's just... Actually, I don't even care about that guy. Let's shoot at the priest. Yeah. Summoners are not really... Summoners are the easiest of the elves for us to deal with as a high armor class character. Sorcerer, less so. They can really hurt. Hey, Superplia. Welcome back. Sorry, I tripped over your name there. No need to respond if you just feel like lurking. I know the feeling myself, but I just wanted to say hi. I noticed that someone tuned in. And okay, cool. Well, that's... that's elf 1. I think... Let's just do that. Let's find a different staircase. That seems to be getting a little bit risky. No, that's not any better. Third time's a charm. Better. What do we have here? Wow, kind of a lame bunch of stuff. Sorry, I shouldn't say lame. Kind of a junky bunch of stuff. Let's go ahead and buy the Potion of Degeneration. There's always the off chance that we'll find all of the bad potions. Like, we'll find Cure, Mutation, and Decay, and then the last two we can just pop test. Though it doesn't matter too much at this point. I mean, we have more Scrolls of Identify than we do potions remaining to identify. We have reached critical mass. Spellcasting's up to level 7, which is nice. It's going to be sort of a perma skill. We're just going to leave it on forever. Shields is 18, evasion is 16, armor class is 39. That's pretty good. A little bit of draining damage there. That's surprising. I don't think it's too powerful, though. No. 1/10 of 1 point in just 3 skills. Yeah, we're doing it. Oh yeah, we're back to normal. Cool. Right. Let's duck around the corner here. Boop, 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 boop. Someone's in the kitchen with dine. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Oh, oh, oh. Someone's in the kitchen with dine. Strumming on the banjo. Fiddly-I-O, beep-by fiddly-I-O, beep-by fiddly-I-O, strumming on the banjo. We want to take out the Orc High Priest, because they hurt. They hurt quite a bit. Pain, smiting, summon demon, heal other, that's really annoying. And heal self. He's wielding a War Axe of Holy Wrath. It's actually pretty good. Good thing we're not a demon spawn. I actually really like demon spawn. I'd have more fun probably with demon spawn than anything aside from Gargoyle Monks of Chagritos. This is definitely my favorite race class, or race background. Definitely my favorite race background combination. Ooh. Let's explore the rest of the level first, before we open the door of horrors. This is the kind of thing that gets us killed. What can we do to prepare better? Let's just do it. Oh, it's the Hall of Blades. Okay. That's not too worrisome. I mean, we need to be careful, definitely, but... I kind of want to see Invisible right now. Would rather have that than... The second Pip of Fire Resistance, probably? Nah. Yeah. I need Strength. This will actually increase our damage. Oh, no, sorry. I did that the other way around. I want to take off the... Yeah. I think that's fine. It boosts our damage, and it only takes away a little bit of, like, 16% damage from fire. See, the Hall of Blades it's a really, like... For one thing, I'm very glad that they removed it as a separate branch. I like it much better as a little vault here in Elf. What is this, a double sword? Oh, just a... Oh yeah, double sword of flaming. It's pretty powerful. We're okay, though. Take a couple of hits from the halberd. Cool. Translocation's level 3. Shields only has 1 level to go. I forget exactly. Let's look at this double sword and see how good it is. I don't think it's good enough to switch. Yeah, minus 115. It's... I think it's the same. I want to say it's the same as an Evening Star. Maybe it's even a little worse than an Evening Star. I don't know. It's a very good weapon, but I don't think we need to carry it around with us. If we ever decide to switch to swords, we can always come back and grab it. Huh. I guess he accidentally killed his own guy. That's weird. Get our repel missiles back on. Get our repel missile on. Glowing buckler. There's nothing possible that it could be that would interest me. There is a buckler type that is resist fire, resist cold, but we have something better. So resist fire, resist cold, and resist magic, all on a +2 shield. Bucklers have nothing to offer us. Just taking them out in the order in which they present themselves to us here. Since we're taking hits from something no matter what. Don't know what I'm mumbling. Don't mind me. Just good to relax. End of the week. Okay, I don't think we want to go on to L3. That seems foolhardy. I think we do the shoals, though. Actually, let's clear the rest of the dungeon first. Right. Look at the Tempests. We learn Fireball. We get fire magic going. And Conjuration. Start the eventual training towards Firestorm. It seems like a really long game, though. I think we've got enough on our plate for now. Fireball's not bad, but I'd rather not spread ourselves too thin, and there's no reason to memorize it before we intend to cast it. So we'll drop this off. I've never been impressed with Shatter. I don't know. There are some places where it's alright. I guess it's kind of cool for just like busting your way into the orb room. I think it can destroy those walls. I'm not entirely certain. I think if you have high enough spell power, you can just bust your way in. I might look that up, though, before testing it. What else can we drop? We only need, I think we only need a Wand of Fire, not a Wand of Cold. We have a Mace of Cold that we're working with here. Any scrolls that need to go? I think we can leave these Scrolls of Silence here until we do L3. I'm not really worried about other spellcasters until then. Like the rings that we're carrying around, I think we're beyond lignification here. I don't think that it's really going to benefit us at this point. Oh, cool. Alrighty. So let's go back to the dungeon. Yeah, this seems like an okay set of monsters to... A little bit tougher. It'll give us some idea of how we may fare in the vaults, which we will be able to access whenever we choose. You need a rune to enter the vaults, and we have a rune. The Gossamer rune of Zot. Gossamer. Okay. Spider, not concerned, but hungry. Oh. Bash, the very ugly thing. I guess it's just a regular ugly thing. It's not very ugly, it's just ugly. There's a really cool splash art at the beginning of the game of an ugly thing at some point. Very, very cool. I did because I always thought that they were just kind of like weird, shapeless, tentacle-y things, but they're actually like really creepy, sort of, I don't know, Lovecraftian. I very much appreciate it. Phantom Mirror, eh. Yeah. We can just take care of these guys real quick. We don't have any points in evocations. That's not the direction this character is going. So, Manticore. I think that's what. Well, we might as well carry on until we need the space. Wait, crude ringmail. That's actually quite interesting. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's bad. That's a shame. Ringmail is pretty decent for a caster. I think it's a little lighter than I would want our armor to be. I didn't pay attention to what our armor class went down to there, but I'm sure it was unsatisfactory. Mid-20s or something. Maybe not quite that bad, because I'm only wearing chainmail, which is 3 base armor rating higher. But it is a +4, so +3 or whatever it is. Don't need needles of slowing. Let's just wait for it to come to this. Not worried about ravens. Ooh, this could be insanely dangerous if it's Soyobo. Should be okay here. I guess I could have cast repel missiles somewhere in there. Might have wanted to, I don't know. Not too concerned. Humans? What are humans doing attacking me? Just a bunch of humans and a wizard? Oh, I see there are more doors. I thought that was it. I was like, gosh. Oh, I bet this is the entrance to the... Nah, I don't remember if the entrance to the vaults is in dungeon or if it is always in the depths. Maybe it's the entrance to the vault. Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. We have arrived at the vault. I think we want to continue with our plan of clearing out the rest of the dungeon first. Actually, needles of paralysis are okay. I'm fine with hanging on to those. In a way, they're as good as Curare. I mean, maybe not always for our purposes, but very good if and when they work. Let's just expose ourselves a little bit. No hide. Swamp Dragon hide, meh. Oh, it's a shapeshifter. We saw it approaching, I didn't notice. Well, just march towards him. Shield's 19, evasion 17, armor class 39 is pretty strong. We're in good shape. I mean, all of those things could be higher, and I would be happy, but they don't. For now, they don't need to be. We are on curve, which means just to say we're ahead of the curve. Okay, what does Louise do? Stone Arrow, Blink, Banishment. That's kind of scary. Well, we should be okay in the Abyss. We have to be cautious. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting some work done. Got it. Okay. Rune plate armor. Just a regular old shield. Nothing special about it, unfortunately. I'm curious about this plate armor. Could be cool. Plus 4 plate armor of cold resistance. What if? What if? Let's pop upstairs here. And let's try. So we're at 39, 17, 19. 43, 16, 19. Spells actually still aren't that bad. Armor's getting better anyway. I'm talking myself into this. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's better. Extra pip cold resistance. I mean, cold is not super common, but nice. We do lose a pip of magic resistance, but I'm not as concerned about that. We get some of that every level anyway, and yeah. Okay, cool. So plate mail is fine. I can't use needles of frenzy. Maud. She's also dangerous, right? Mysterious warrior princess. Well, I think we'll be okay. Yeah. We're fine. We'll chop her up and eat her. Stab of air, not too exciting. Trapdoor spider. Unseen horror. Oh, the horrors! The horrors that awaited us. That fell then. An amulet. Let's identify the amulet. Warding. Bleh. We don't want to accidentally put on an amulet of faith, because I don't think we've identified this yet. Yeah. We don't want to accidentally put on an amulet of faith and have it knock down some of our Chibritos piety, because we're maxed out already. We don't need more piety. Amulets of faith are actually fun in conjunction with like Mokleb. I don't remember if his things use piety or not. Mokleb or Trog is another good one. Yikes! Wow, that was pretty rough. Or a ring of positive energy. Well, if I didn't know it was just that, I would have left you alone. And no, actually, I would have killed you anyway. You're a hideous Cyclops thing. Giant, whatever. Okay, one more level of the dungeon. There's even an argument to be made for not exploring this level, but No evening stars. At some point, conceivably, we could get a non-artifact hand crossbow enchanted with enchant weapon scrolls, but that seems bad. Hey, Tetsuo. How's it going? Well, I hope. Yeah, nothing interesting in that store, but the presence of one store is correlated with the presence of other stores. I guess. Shoot him. Nice. Hand crossbow doing work. Doing work. Being immune to rotting is excellent. Love it. Ah, we got the undead entrance to the depths. Seen this one before. There'll be some vampires, probably. Oh, actually, no, this probably isn't the depths. This is probably the crypt. Maybe not. Yeah, depths. I think crypt is only ever found in the depths. Might be imagining that. I guess we could probably check. Yeah, I think it's only found in the depths. Hope this manticore feeds us, or this ogre. Yeah, a mantic corpse. Whoa. It's a lot of ugly things. I think this is a better use of our resources. I think it's going to be higher damage than trying to bash them down one by one while they're all resistant to cold. I mean, we'll still do physical damage, but our brand will be useless against them. So it's just a +4 Morningstar, which still isn't bad, to be honest. We are pretty well equipped. I mean, not a ton of magical stuff, but the magical stuff that we have is really solid for the most part. Plus, gargoyles are just strong anyway. Oh. Let's shout. There we go. Didn't really want to run towards him in a room. Six-headed Hydra. I didn't want to just stand there while he chucked boulders at me for days. Or large rocks rather than boulders. Good name, semantic. Okay, so part of me is tempted to... Yes, there is a way to do that. I'm not sure if there's a way in-game, but I am positive that you can go to the data file, and there will be, that'll all be in like text form. It's really easy to edit. You just enter in the resolution that you want. I don't know about the text window, but I do know you can press, was it Control P, and that'll bring up the entire log for a long time. Let's see, what was... So when we killed the necrophage a few levels ago. So if that solves your problem, then awesome. But I mean, there may be a way to adjust the size of that box as well. Might also be some mods that someone's come up with. Yeah, let's do the shoals, I guess. I'd rather do shoals like 1 through 4 than mess around with the vaults quite yet. I feel like we're fine in vaults, but you know, the shoals is definitively the layer branches are always easier than the vaults, barring a few weird spawnings of uniques. But Sorry, I had a cupcake. I guess we could go to our stash on the way. It's beef jerky. I don't know that we have anything to drop off, though. I guess some fruit. That'll be nice if we get to a point where we're casting really high hunger spells a lot in combat, like where we have a lot of mana, but not a lot of... unlikely that we'll want them. But let's go to these shoals. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Yaks can't even touch us now. 43 armor class is pretty good. Yeah, see, this is the Mesmerize that I was talking about earlier. That would be kind of nice to have clarity for, but it's like that's only really... Ooh, Isol. Isol is pretty tough. Venerable Sleep, Poison Arrow. Do we need to do anything special? We need to take a bite of cupcake is what we need to do. Very messy bite. That was a little bit rude of me, I'm sorry. I've been staring at that cupcake for an hour now. I really wanted to eat it. I don't think Isol will be too much of a problem. Especially since if we manage to hit him once or twice, our brand will probably slow him down. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just bash him until he dies. Okay. So this is why shoals are kind of annoying. It's really hard to break line of sight. For us, at least. Fortunately, we can fly, so there's that. Not too worried about Krakens. There's, what's her name? Ilsu. She summons lots of water elementals. Oh, we do definitely have to keep an eye out for the, some merfolk sorcerers. I think maybe it hurts more if you're in the air, maybe not. Not sure. Level 20, you feel stronger. Not as good as intelligence, but I'll take it. I won't complain too much. I mean, our stats are just crazy high anyway. I think the first one of these that I did, I ended up with something like 50 intelligence. Oh, the name of the file, it's either the .dat file or the .ini file. I want to say it's the .ini file. It'll be in the crawl folder. I can look it up in mine. If you go to... Oh, where is it? It's somewhere in there. Promise. Oh, here we go. No. I'm pretty sure. I was pretty sure it was in the DAT folder. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know exactly what it is or where it is. Maybe just a search would do Oh, yeah, it's the init file, maybe? In settings? Try the settings folder, maybe? It's in there. If you poke around a little bit, I bet you can find it. And I'm sure that people have written how to do it in the forums. Probably better than me just fumbling around, not being of much use, and not being entertaining. Curved jeweled staff. I'm not sure. I would imagine that there's a staff. What's a staff of power? Yeah, we've already. We already have a ring of magical power on. Is that what's going on? Forget exactly what it does. Increased aura or increased reservoir magical power. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like 17 extra mana, but that's not that great. By the time we are casting spells that require us to have that much mana, we're going to have better things to do with our hands anyway. Oh, okay, cool. Yes, yeah. Sorry for kind of mumbling about there for a minute, but it's been a minute since I've modified that at all. Ooh, Wind Drake is actually, if I hadn't been over deep water, I would have. I would not have stayed in the air, because that's a good way to die against a Wind Drake. It has basically an airstrike effect that's very similar to the spell, which does a lot more damage if you are flying. I want to say that one of the water. What happened? Oh yikes! Okay, I guess it was using a distortion weapon. That's strong. Glad we didn't get banished. I think we can handle banishment okay. I mean, we're level 20, which is pretty good. Cool. Yeah, Trident Distortion. Got teleported again. There, one thing we could have done would be to shoot our crossbow through the snakes at these fawns. And that might have saved us some damage there. Not sure. Okay. Oh, I guess we haven't quite spoken. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's go downstairs. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over. You don't have to sell your body to the night. Sorry, I just have to do that every time I encounter Roxanne. I am so sorry, but that's the way it's going to work. Lehooded's Crystal Spear hurts, so does Iron Shot, so does Bolt of Magma. Although Bolt of Magma is not quite as bad, because we resist some of the fire damage. Iskandarian's Mystic Blast is not awesome. Yeah, let's just back away. No need to poke the bear. We can always come back at some point with Shatter or something. I don't know that we'll learn Shatter. I'm not a big fan of Earth Magic. I find that oh, hey, there's Saint Roka. Let's pause and take a bite of Cupcake and evaluate our situation here. So not anticipating Saint Roka to spawn in the shoals, but you know, expect the unexpected. mean, smiting is the scariest part of that. Is that a Windrake? Yeah. Oh yeah, it actually has the spell. Or rather, its special ability is called Airstrike. So let's land. Let's go down one tile, and then let's land. Because Airstrike is something that legitimately could kill us. Oh, yikes. Ow. Nope. Let's re-scroll teleportation. Anywhere is safer than here. Do we need to do anything else? No. Okay. Okay. Well, this is a little bit better than it was before. Significantly better, in fact. We're next to St. Roca instead of Ow. Okay. Now let us heal some of our wounds a couple of times. There we go. And let's slouch, I think. Seems like it'll be okay. Alright. Once we kill the Orc Sorcerer, the demon will disappear. There we go. I think we're clear from there. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Had to burn 2 potions of healing, but that's okay. That's really not bad for taking out St. Roca. And let's go ahead and start flying again. Oop. Okay. Because while Windrakes are more dangerous when we're flying, not flying is a huge pain in the shoals. Because shallow water is just not kind to you. Oop. What is stop flying? Okay. I'm not super psyched that okay, we did kill the Windrake. Alright, then let's start flying. And since we can't move closer, I want to kill this Cyclops so we're not just pull the Songjaws forward. Well, I guess we do have to just march forward and bash her before we deal with the other foes. We found a scroll of acquirement yet? Yeah, we did. That's right. So there's either Holy Word or Summoning. We'll just wait until there's some undead around for funsies. Is this Roxanne's book? Probably. Fortunately, one of our spells is Apportation. Yoink! A Fen Folio. What is that? Summon Forest is somewhat interesting. Never really used it. I mean, I think I've cast it. Summoning is kind of nice for us. Lets us put things between us and the nasty things that are attacking us. I guess, I guess we could learn Earth Magic for Lehudib's Crystal Spear. Forgot about that one. That is a really good spell. Sorry, not sorry. about eating a cupcake. Very good. One of my lady friend's students made it for her, and she was kind enough to give it to me. Very nice of her. Okay, so shoals. See, shoals are just harder than spider. It just are. This kind of hurts, actually. Like, a lot. What if we slouch? Ow. No, that's not awesome. Jeez. This did not go the way I thought it would. Let's just read a blink scroll here. Because I'm suddenly very scared. I don't want to die a stupid death. Have a heal wounds potion. And let's step away a little bit. Okay, alright. I guess it probably wasn't necessary to pop that potion, but better that than dead. Alright, so running right into the Kraken is clearly not the way to go there. I think a better option would be to stand back and kill off the tentacles one by one as it sends them out. Like I should have been doing in the first place. Shoals are kind of annoying. Fighting at level 17, that's not bad. We're at 147 hit points, which is... I mean, it let us survive a couple of stupid moments with Kraken. Oh, shucks, we passed 15 by a significant amount with our shields. It's really going to bug me, but what can you do? Alright. This spread is a little more forgiving. I like it. I like it just fine. 20% in each. Norris! Oh dear, does he have paralyze? Yikes. I think that can just drop us into the water. Yeah. Yes, Revek. Clearly, it's time to worship Ashnzari so we can drain away from that shield skill until it's level 15 again. Yeah, that worked out great for us. Yeah, we would be in rough shape if we abandoned Shay right now. We'd be wearing a lot of gear that we can't use effectively. Okay, so... Man, this is really scary. What if we read a scroll of silence? Ah, I left them in the stash because I didn't think I'd need them. Isn't that always how it goes? We're at 2 pips of magic resistance. It's 2, 4, 6 turns until we're out from water. So I think our best bet is to start by reading. Gosh. I honestly don't know if we just die if he manages to paralyze us while we're flying above deep water. Ah, we can read a scroll of fog. Oh, that didn't do enough. Okay, well, alright. We got out of a potentially really scary situation, basically for free. So, lucky us. Yay! That was kind of scary. It's one of the reasons why I don't like the shoals all that much, because if you're not flying, it's huge pain. If you are flying, things like that happen when you auto-explore. Really, you should just not auto-explore if you're worried about that kind of situation, but we'd be here probably all day, every day, forever. Yeah, I wish that the fog had given us a little more cover than that. I think it's best in corridors, I want to say. Maybe not. Regardless, I think we're okay. Sheep. We do not care ever about Ring of Stealth. I guess we probably don't need See Invis, actually. I can't think of anything in the shoals that's going to be invisible. Unless, you know, there is. I think we're fine. I guess I probably could have checked to see if that was Polyphemus before I started running up to it. Polyphemus hurts a lot more than your average Cyclops. Oops, that was pretty bad. I took an extra step. Tab is one of your greatest resources. Oh, right. Alligator snapping turtles are pretty dangerous. We should be careful here. Looks like we're pulling through all right, though. They do a lot of damage. Like, think Emperor Scorpion amounts of damage. And at polearm range, they have a reach of 2. Oh no! We don't want to be there. Oh, or there. Gosh. But that was just a poor play on my part. I knew that one of those staircases would lead up to that set of stairs, and I did not appropriately act. I guess this is working okay. I'm just worried because Roxanne has like really powerful spells. I guess we've got Hell Missiles, which is something. Crossbow penetration, by the way, pulling its weight many times over throughout the course of this game. Oh wait, why haven't I done this yet? Let's slouch away all these harpies. Cool, alright. Should have slouched right away, but we all make mistakes. And Roxanne's Compendium Blade Hands is strong. Meh. I think Stone Skin is pretty good for us, but also meh. I guess Ignite Poison is funny. Well, mostly we got a nice bundle of experience. Both figurative and literal. Two intelligence is not worth it. Ow. Okay. Okay. Just had to make sure we weren't going to get airstruck to death. I might be overly cautious about the power of airstrike, but I seem to recall that I think that every time that I get aced, or very nearly so, and regret it. In fact, I think it was this character very similar to this one in Power Level that just died from some random merfolk wizard dude while flying over the ocean, so should not be complacent. Oh, we can drop something, I'm sure. Probably vulnerability is not really what we want. Yay! Oh, fantastic. A wand of heal wounds. We're going to identify that immediately so we don't waste any charges from it. 6 charges to start with. Ching! Oh, awesome. That's one of those pieces where you can definitely beat the game without a wand of heal wounds. But it's a lot easier to beat the game if you have a wand of heal wounds. It also means that we are probably... We have all the tools we need to reach the extended endgame. Clearly, we will need some better equipment between now and, you know, tackling Ziggurat, for example. But, I mean, we have, yeah, 2 pips of a lot of relevant resistances. We have warding, we have, what else? A little bit of magic resistance. Yeah, we're in a very strong place here. So, Aquamancer is, that's the jerk. Wish we had the spell Blink. That would be cool. Didn't miss it anywhere, did I? Oh, no. So it's probably in... Is Controlled Blink in there? Is that what it is? Yeah, Controlled Blink is sweet. It's super good. Translocation is just great for us, in general. Okay, is it better to do this? Oh, it's a lot better to do that now, I guess. Blink is frustrating to me. We'll have to burn some bolts here. Oh, well, that's good. We got off of the deep water. Or out of the deep water, rather. Off of the deep water tile. Ooh! Oh, yes, please. A scroll of acquirement. Awesome. We'll definitely use that for armor, because we have a lot of pretty boring stuff right now. And we're actually doing okay. Like, our weapons are great, our crossbow is amazing, and our Morningstar is fine. It's solid. It will last us until we find an Evening Star, presumably. Jewelry, I mean, we'd love better stuff, but I would much rather have even just a +1 cloak than I would have, you know, a ring of +5 strength. So we're going to go ahead and read requirements, get some armor. Ooh, a pretty helm. Sweet! Alright, +2 helmet of intelligence. I'll take it. I'll take it. Just those incremental advantages, you know? We're up to 47 armor class. 32, 36, 30 on our stats. Just swell. Ooh, wielding a demon trident of venom. Well, we don't care so much about the venom. What's the best practice here? Move back a step, and then forward so that he can't just fire through us. He kind of can anyway. Shucks. I'm not doing this the best way I could, I don't think, but it also doesn't seem to be mattering all that much. Okay. Like, they hurt a little bit, but not too bad. Let's just drop all these javelins. I don't think I want them. If I do, I can always come back and get them. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. I think we can do Shoals 5 just fine. Not concerned. Just kill all these things. Yeah, the Merfolk Aquamancers, they can really cut you up. Splash ya. Yeah, splash ya by. Yeah. This is one of the many reasons why I did Spider before I did Shoals. Why I went a little bit further before I did Shoals, because I wanted to be really just as far ahead as I could be. Alright, let's just shoot her. Shoot her! I mean, if she wants to pull us forward with her song, that's fine, I suppose. I hate to waste both, but we've got plenty. But when she does that, you know, it doesn't take us a turn of our action. Or if it does, it just takes us a turn. Actually, I didn't check. Maybe it did take us 2 turns each time. But I don't know. It's possible that I was reading that situation all wrong. I should be a little more cautious here. Polearms, for this reason, are a very okay route for Chabriados followers. At least early on. I mean, polearms are kind of outclassed by other weapons throughout most of the game. Or, like, most of the extended endgame. Shimmering Mace could conceivably be good enough to use. Probably not. Would definitely have to be maximally enchanted and a few things besides. Stone of Tremors, Again, we're not doing the evocations thing. Stone of Tremors is cool. Definitely don't mind it. Turtle. Oh, there's Ilsu. Witch of the Tides. What if we back up a little bit? I feel like... Oh, no, she did come this way anyway. Okay. Let's see about a slouch here. Wasn't that awesome? Okay. Well, we can shoot at her, I suppose. I think that's better than trying to close with her since she can blink. We've got our Wand of Healing. Maybe not. Maybe we should be hitting things here. Because the Aquamancers are really dangerous. I think I don't like this situation. I think we teleport. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that was the right choice. Like, we possibly could have stuck around and duked it out, but there was no real reason. Oh, +8 plate. Man, the Moon Troll armor is really cool. If you have a decent, like if you've been training fighting and you have a decent hit point pool, the Moon Troll armor is sweet. If you have at least like 20 armor class with it and a decent amount of evasion, you should be okay. Like triple regen, you're right, is sweet. You just go like a drain tank build and laugh. Can be tricky because, you know, sometimes you run into things that just do too much damage for you to recover with, and yeah, can be tricky, but it feels real good, real good. We haven't seen Ilsu since the last time. Oh, gosh. Let's recast the repel missiles. Level 21, awesome. Our base attributes are Strength 17, Int 18, Dex 12. We have more than doubled 2 of our 3 stats, and we're only 2 points in Strength away from that. Can we get inside the building? Ooh, a transparent plate armor. Gosh, I'm not really excited by this situation either. Let's just teleport again. I feel okay with kind of warping around a little bit here. I mean, just ending up right here where we did is super sweet. So we've got a door near us. I guess I didn't really have to chop that up neat right then, did I? It's a little bit silly. Okay, we'll engage. Can't close the door, sadly. Oh, let's eat this pizza and these beef jerkies. That'll keep us from starving. Yeah, if you can't. Oh, yeah, Che-Formicid. Yeah. I don't know. That's certainly an interesting option. If you. Yeah, the regen business is pretty cool. If you find yourself having difficulties with, like, I'm trying to think of, I guess, monsters that hit hard but not fast are what you want to be dealing with there. Going around the corner here. Kind of near a staircase that way. Vampiric Warax. You didn't see it? Oh, there she is. Alright. Boom. Got her. Okay. Yeah, we're strong. I mean, like I said, we still have to be cautious, but how's translocations coming? What if we focus translocations? I feel like that's safe at this point. That's right, yeah, you can make your own shield points with Formicids, that's true. Lots of javelins. I'm pretty excited about this armor. Let's just go ahead and identify it. Ooh, okay. Plus 13 plate armor with Dex plus 4 and Slaying plus 3. I think that's worth losing a bit of Resist Cold, don't you? Jeez. I'm excited to put that on. Barnacled Ruin of Zox. And then there were 2. Very exciting. Cool. We are well on our way to a 15-rune run. And by well on our way, I mean we are less than 1/7 of the way through. Now, we're doing really well. We're solidly on pace. With what we have right now, we could probably win. We could get a 3-rune victory. Now that it's pretty much all cleared, well, I guess we never got to see what would happen if we got airstruck by a Wind Drake. That's fine by me. Okay, let's go back to our stash. Our stash of stuff. Oh, I guess it altered because I thought that snake. Alright, let's drop some books. Gunny folio, rock sands, thingy. Alright, let's okay. We're at 48, 16, 19. 57, 16, 57 armor class. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. 57 armor class. With a guaranteed damage reduction right now because it's plate armor, and because we're a gargoyle of, I believe, 50% exactly. So we are guaranteed to reduce our damage by at least 28 anytime we take physical damage. We are super strong. I mean, it's a shame that we lost a Pip of Cold resistance, but cold isn't that common anyway. And on top of that, we get Dex plus 4 and Slaying plus 3, so we're doing a decent amount more damage, which helps us with stuff. You know, best defense is a good offense. Cool. Awesome. That totally made up for a lackluster orc. Lackluster orcish mines, rather. What's this mace? A +7 mace, Gramufumi. So nowhere near as good as what we're using. I can't imagine any circumstance where that would have been something we would end up using. Like, if we had found that much earlier in the game, around level 10, that would have been sweet. If we only had 8 levels in maces and flails or something like that. Alright. Cool. Alright, I think this is a good time. I definitely want to do the vaults next, and I think we can clear out a decent amount of it. I don't really want to do elf yet because, yeah, definitely need armor. Oh, welcome back, Tesha. Sorry we lost you there for a minute. Yeah, we got this plus 13 plate armor with Dex plus 4 and Slaying plus 3. Woo! Oh, and hi, Arcade. I don't know if I said hi yet, but hi. Yeah, we're pretty stacked. I mean, cloak and boots are the only things that are mundane about us. In the Ars Magica game that I played, one of the wizards in our covenant hates the word mundane in reference to non-magical humans. Just hates it. They'll duel you if you use it on purpose. It's really funny. But yes, our only non-magical items are our cloak and our boots, which is great because we're already a tank. And, yeah, just super cool. So I think I'm going to take a brief bio break here. I will leave the stream running just so I don't confuse people or spam folks with whatever, and you all can keep talking in the chat. Won't be more than just 5 minutes or so. I just need to get some more water and stuff. So, be back in a minute. Okay, just about ready. Almost. Okie dokie. Alrighty. This is very exciting. We are very powerful, which is cool. An extra wand of disintegration, don't really need that. Okie dokie. Cool. I think we are ready to rumble. Let's go to the bolts. Let's kill the Komodo dragon and then go to the bolts. A party which I will not be attending. My partying days are rather behind me. But I always appreciate the invitations. Alright, let's do this. Insert the barnacle broom into the lock, and with a loud hiss, the gate opens wide. Alright, so. I feel pretty decent about the bolts in general. About this scenario in particular, not quite so enthusiastic. Gosh. Alright. Wanted to make sure we got the staircase cleared. Okay. Given that that's about as dangerous as bolts 1 through 3 or so is going to get, I feel like we're going to be okay. Summoners are a lot less scary when you have warding, which we do. Hooray! This cool finger bone necklace. We've really kind of snowballed this game. I like it. We've been getting stronger, faster and faster, I feel like. I don't really think that we can be injured by regular Yaktars. Yaktar captains, maybe. Another demonologist. He studies demons. Demons. That's right, the entrance to the crypts is in the vault, not the dungeon or the depths. Bash all of the things that we can. Yikes. That was powerful. I think we're still okay. Okay, so 3 ugly things can hurt. Alright, good to know. We don't have to eat any of those corpses, because ew. Mutagenic. I do like to play Mutation Roulette if you find, if we happen to find the wizard lab that, it's not Volgreb. So what? Alzakubus? No, that's ice. I don't know. There's one of the wizards that is all about mutagenic stuff, and it it comes with like 20 some odd potions of mutation, which lets you just go bonkers. You just make sure you have a few potions of cure mutation, and you just drink the regular mutation until you get a reasonable set of mutations. Usually, I mean, sometimes you get an unlucky series of rolls, but okay, cool. So one of these scrolls is for sure Holy Word, and the other is Summoning. So when we're in a place where either of those would be useful, or either of those would be useful, we will read one of them. I don't care about Rings of Protection. I don't think I care about Shiny Large Shields. Do I care about Shiny Large Shields? Not that Shiny Large Shield. It's highly unlikely that we'll find a better shield than the one we're wearing. Possibly an artifact large shield. Not even looking at that right now. 0 chance. Is it better than what we're wearing? Gosh, these things need to drop a corpse or two. I guess we could just eat some fruit. It was actually a reasonable scenario for that. The thing that fruit does that none of the other foods do is take only 1 turn to consume. I guess potions of porridge, if they're still in the game. I don't know if they've removed them yet. Yeah, I guess they removed potions of porridge. Well, they used to also be consumable in 1 turn. But yeah, if you're near starving like that, especially if you're a spellcaster, you can... I recommend, in fact, keeping some fruit on hand. Did I step into a shadow trap? I guess so. Oh, no, it's a summoned necromancer. It's all summoned stuff. This scenario would be a lot scarier if we didn't have warding and these weren't all summoned creatures. As it is, not too tricky to deal with. I probably shouldn't be warding. Let's go back and do that. Okay. Bolts 1 down. And down go we. Yeah, porridge, it was a weird. Ogres, I don't think can hurt us, actually, at this point. I'm not sure that regular ogres can do enough damage in 1 hit to get over. Oh no, Mara! Oh. Gosh, I guess this is an okay place to fight Mara. We have to fight Mara. Ugh. Okay, so in case you haven't encountered this monstrosity, Mara is the unique Rakshasa. He can clone himself. He creates 2 copies of himself, and he can do that a whole bunch. And they can also deal damage, and he can teleport himself around. He can blink everywhere, and he can firebolt you and pain you, and he can summon a copy of you. Yeah, one of the scariest uniques in the game. I think I want to drink it. Potion of Might, if I have one. Really make sure that when I'm dealing damage, that I'm doing it to the best of my ability. Cool. Hey, we got one of the Maras down. And a bunch of, gosh. What if we slouch? Not a ton. Ooh, this is very precarious. Ooh, that was extremely bad. I thought there was still an ugly thing there. Oh, okay, good. We actually got the real Mara. The real Mara, please stand up. Please stand up. Okay. We handled that very well. Not through any particularly good play on my part, but just because we're that strong. So I feel good about this. We also were very lucky to have that particular configuration, like a small room on one side where Mara can pop up and like we can kind of, I don't know. I feel like that was a good situation. We had a choke point, which is important. Several scrolls of recharging, which is excellent. Okay, good. We got the Convoker, that's the important part. Convokers they can be pretty tough. They summon monsters, the actual physical monsters they pull from the rest of the dungeon. So they don't create summoned creatures, they're not the no experience weak things, they actually just take whatever is on the level, elsewhere on the level, and bring it to them. Which, as you can imagine, is incredibly deadly if, oh yikes, something like that happens and I run around and then they summon all these things, like Nicola, who is really scary if you don't have resist electricity. Fortunately, we do, naturally. As we are gargoyle. So we should be okay here. More or less. Deep Troll is doing some damage here. Was doing some damage. Whoa, yikes. Oh, right, yes, there's a wall behind us. Ugh. This is... Okay, well... Let's heal ourselves a couple of times. Alright. Ooh. That was kind of a wake-up call. Jeez. Well. Ooh. Scary. Should have used the potion of heal wounds, actually. We're speaking very frankly. Let's eat some beef jerkies. Let's pick up this glowing cloak. We might even be rewarded for our poor play by +2 Cloak of Invisibility, strictly better than what we were using, which is a regular old +0 Cloak. We can't invoke the invisibility with any reasonableness. Yeah, 71% failure rate. We could plunk a bunch of experience into evocations at some point if we wanted, but we don't really need to. We have plenty of sources of awesomeness that will be coming to us. We don't need that as well. Alright. Gosh, that's pretty rough. But at the very least, it's a +2 Cloak, which puts us at 59 armor class. This is as much as we need for the rest of the game. I'm going to continue training armor, of course, because you never know, we might find something heavier that we want, and also, it just can't hurt. I mean, technically it hurts us if we need a skill, a different skill at a certain level at some point, but didn't really have time to switch there, which is a shame. Oh, the Deep Troll Shamans, or Earth Elementalists, we have to watch out for. They can shatter us. That is no bueno. Ha! Yes. Shafted the dwarf, or the orc. Always very satisfying. Drained. Oh no! But we haven't found evenings yet, have we? No. Okay. I hope that we... Yikes. Titanic Slime Creature A. Well... What do we do about that? Let's read a Scroll of Summoning. Oh no, Scroll of Holy Word. But let's read a Scroll of Summoning. And then do that. Okay, alright. Okay. We did not handle the start of that fight very well, but we handled the later parts of it all right. Yay, level 22. Cool. 161 hit points. Not the worst. I mean, clearly worse than most other races. Hey, there's the crypts. Rudellum Newell and Kikubakudka. Whoa. Sucked into a shaft for 2 floors. Well, that's super duper. See if we can kill him before he gets the word for call out. No, but it wasn't the worst word I've ever seen. Just a few non-threatening critters. No 3 uniques and a paralyzing eye. Ah, the Brooch of Shielding. That's a really strong amulet. I don't know that we want it, though. We have better. I mean, we have the warding resist negative energy with our current necklace, and any of the rings that we're wearing, I think, is better than armor class +4, evasion +4. We're so defensively stacked at this point that, I mean, yeah, the evasion would be nice, I guess, but we have 60 armor class. We don't. It would be a side grade at best, is what I'm trying to say. It's basically a ring of +4 evasion. It's really cool having a 3rd ring slot. Whoa, what is summoning all this stuff? Oh, the Lich. Probably should respect Liches a little bit more than I just did. Even with warding. That was kind of a sticky situation. You need to remember that we're on volts 4, not, you know, volts 2 like we were a second ago. The giant orange brain. Those are a cool enemy. I like those. They summon stuff and feed on your intellect. Oh no, we have a mark. Okay, well, I guess we kind of want to find a room instead of a hallway. Should have just stayed on the stairs. In fact, I think we kind of want to actually move over to the stairs. Yeah, there are a few scenarios where you actually do want to just run away as a J person, and being on an uncleared level with a bunch of nasty dudes around you, but none of them with a lot of damage, like that would have been a battle of attrition that we might have lost, rather than a real possibility that we would be bursted down in a couple of rounds. Okay, weapon boutique. The +6 triple crossbow of agony. Wow. That will do a lot of damage. Should we ever end up without our shield? I mean, should we ever get to the point where the rest of our equipment is so outstanding that we don't need a shield, then we can use that. That'd be fine. The Logitang of Order is cool too. It's an Unrand art, a unique Logitang. It's kind of cool in that it's a very high base damage weapon with a low minimum delay. Like, it's not as high, the base damage isn't as high as many other two-handed weapons, like Executioner's Axis and stuff, but it's very, very fast, comparatively. And resist mutation is something that normally is almost always found, is very nearly always found on amulets. And so if you free up an amulet slot, plus silver is really, really useful in the extended endgame. So this is actually something for us to consider for extended endgame stuff. This, I don't know, Logitangs are different from stays. Oh, well, you're a Formicid, so you can do the two-handed weapon with a shield. That, yeah. That helps a little bit. Anyway, those are both neat things to have access to later. I mean, it's always nice to find things that you can use right now, but we have a lot of stuff that we can use right now, so I think it's just fine to... Are we just gonna... Ow. Crystal Spear. Alright, let's close with him and... Ooh, yikes. This is... Bam. Okay. Glowing plate armor is not better than our plate armor. Which, no way. Forgot how tough Jory was. Pretty tough. Recall's going to go off. I think that's fine, though. We've explored most of the level. If you've explored almost the entire level, you've fought most of the monsters anyway. And so if he uses the word, he's just going to get, you know, one of the 4 of the 5 remaining monsters, or what have you. Of course, there can always be, you know, there's always the possibility that there are a lot more monsters around than you see, or that you haven't encountered, because you've wandered through wherever. You've gone around in circles from one another. Actually, I do want access to Silver Bolts. I don't want this Wand of Frost, however, so that's convenient. Silver is really useful against ugly things, very ugly things, that kind of stuff. Okay, gosh. I don't think we'll tackle Vaults 5 tonight. We do have See Invisible, but there's just one thing I'm not too concerned. Yeah. More of the same. I'm actually very pleased with how this particular vault run is going. Ooh, Earth Magi. These guys are scary. What's our best way of dealing with them? Going elsewhere? Scroll of Fear, maybe. Alright, Crossbow doing some hefty work here. Yeah, the Troll Earth Magi have, like, these rapid deconstruction and stuff. They just explode our stony flesh. A dragon! Normally dragon armor is pretty sweet, but what we have is better. I mean, this plate mail will last us an incredibly long time. Eventually, we will want to swap it out for Curl Dragon armor, probably. Once we're trying to cast level 9 spells, just because the encumbrance rating on the Curl Dragon armor is like 8 less for, I think, as much armor class? Yeah. It's like base armor rating 10, encumbrance rating 10 or 11, something absurd like that. Gives you negative energy resistance. But most importantly, that encumbrance rating lets you... we don't need Bolts of Penetration, our crossbow does that for us. We can use our handy little apportation. A mostly useless spell, but not entirely useless spell. We've used it twice now, with no significant effect, but an effect. Sounds about right for a level 1 spell. But hey, it has let us train translocations. Ooh, to the point where we can actually read the Akashic Record and memorize some of those spells, start seeing what our success rate looks like with that. I mean, if we know we're going to use the spell levels on them anyway, and we're not memorizing other spells with those spell levels, then, I mean, if we're not using them regardless, and we want the spell eventually forever, might as well learn it now, and have a good idea of your progression towards being able to cast it. Oh, we can just march straight at these Yaktars. Take all their ammo. The Bolt is excellent for crossbow users. It's really where you start to hit your stride, because you get a lot of different types of ammo that you didn't really have access to before, and you get enough to guarantee that you'll have some for quite some time. I mean, if it's your primary source of damage, then, you know, 530 is a good start, but you probably want more like 1,000. Which is where it's nice to have. Ooh, antique armor. I'm not super sure that these gloves are going to be useful, but they're cheap. What can we drop? What can we drop? Can we drop? Drop. Oh, let's drop this one paralysis. That's not going to affect anyone. Who are we kidding? Plus 0 pair of gloves of strength. Not. Nope, nope. Want those. Don't want these. Yeah, we've got plenty of strength. Ooh, a Book of the Dragon. That's a pretty cool book. Maybe we do want to go summonings. Dragon's Call is pretty sweet. It's just it falls off so bad in the late game. I mean, in the extended end game, because you don't want to be casting spells that just drain your mana till it's gone. Dragon's Call is absurdly good for a ranged character or even like a melee character. Any combat-oriented character that doesn't already have, or that doesn't have other spells that they really want to cast. Like if you're just going to learn one spell school and no others, you can go with summoning and get Dragon's Call and just have an army of dragons every time you go into battle. It can be really sweet. And you just use all your mana and then you're out of mana and you don't care because you've got a bunch of dragons in your bashing things. The trick crossbow. Not as cool as the one we found, but it's fine. None of those things scare me at all. That don't impress me much. This frost giant, actually, we should be a little more respectful of. Okay. You're fine. Again, need to slow down just a little bit. Ow. Smiting hurts. So do Ettins. Okay, alright. Ow. Let's go ahead and heal ourselves. Yeah. Okay. Oh gosh. There was something there, and now there's not. Maybe we do need to see invisible. What are we wearing? Evasion, strength, wizardry, and resist fire. Maybe instead of strength. Let's try slouching here. Ooh, we've got acid now. That's not awesome. Let's read a scroll of teleportation. There we go. Alright. Didn't have to burn much there. I mean, now that we have a wand of healing, we can use it with more impunity than before. Not with complete impunity. Oh, we want to turn on the pickup icon. Things, stuff. Okay. Fighter, sure. We will beat up on you. And then we will eat you. Eat you. Ooh. A little side room. Makes me feel special. Okay. Doing fine. Yeah, I think my plan is to finish up Vaults 4 here. Yay, level 23. Ah, another mark, eh? I think we're okay. Let's kill a shapeshifter before it becomes something too tricky. Corrosion again? Look, gross. Ow. Oh, I see. It's immolated. Well, let's step out of the giant cloud of fire, which is actually probably helping us more than it's hurting us at this point. Let's shoot crossbow at summoner. Yeah, okay. We're pretty strong. I would like a source of regeneration. Oh, hey, Zaloya. Thanks, I appreciate it. Oh, it's no fun when internet dies. Sorry, I was so focused on bashing things. I don't know how long ago you asked that, but the run's going really well. We've had a couple close encounters where I just was not giving things enough respect, mostly. But as far as equipment goes, we've been just rocking it. Plus 13 plate armor with Dex plus 4 and Slaying plus 3 was a really nice find. I think almost everything is magical now, everything except our boots. Magical boots are pretty rare. What's here? Scratched cable. What can we drop? I guess we can read one of our bazillion scrolls of Identify. Protection from cold. Do we care that much? Not really. Oh, yeah. Our crossbow is protection from cold on there. Yeah, we don't care about that right. Not really. We don't care. Nobody cares. Necromancy. What's in the book of Necromancy? Nothing too exciting, I recall. Ooh, regeneration. That seems good. Cool. That's actually really nice. Put this on so far bring their strength, I guess. Let's do that instead. I kind of like taking off the wizardry ring. Let's see what our spells look like. Actually, not bad, even without wizardry. With, it's even better. Yeah, we're very strong right now. Both in a relative and absolute sense. We are very strong for this point in the game, and we are very strong, period. I mean, we have a very solid setup. We can win. We could immediately get the rune from here and go win without really any trouble. No, let's not ignore the potion of restore abilities. Oh, let's drop the poison bolts. There we go. So yeah, this character is sweet. Bjornstein III. Doing work. doing enough work that I'm playing incautiously, which is one of the reasons why I'm not doing Bolts 5, because I will rush through it and we will die. And that will be sad. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to probably here. Yeah, this seems good. Only two spots for things to pop up, or from which to assault us if we're stair dancing. Jornstein's senior and junior did not last long. They were, I think they both died within 4 or 5 levels of the dungeon. I just was, you know. Elves, yeah, I mean, Elves is, it's also really rough. There's a reason why I wait until, like, sometimes after all of the bolts to do Elf 3. This may not be one of those situations. We may want to go ahead and do Elf 3. I'm not sure. Ooh, yeah. Crystal Spears are rough. That being said, we are pretty strong. So, alright, so we're not going to stand on the staircase, we're going to stand a couple of tiles away from it, so when we come back, we don't just go down the stairs and get caught in Bolts 5. Okay, so I kind of want to play for another couple of minutes, but I shouldn't push it. I don't think that any of these things are going to be easy enough that, yeah, I'm a little tired, and my gut is telling me to put it down. So I think I will leave it at that. So, Zerzalia, I know you just got here, but the Bolts 1 through 4 and depths cleared. Yeah, that's kind of where my instincts lie as well, Zaloya. I agree. Depths can be tough, but usually not too bad. I mean, if you stomp through Bolts 1 through 4 like we just did. Yeah. All right. Well, it was good to see everyone. It's always a pleasure. I'm always glad to have you guys here. And let's see, maybe a new face, Septic. I don't know if I've seen you before. If you have been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome. Hope you enjoyed it. I will almost definitely. Oh yeah, the Enchantress is pretty gross. I will definitely be streaming at some point tomorrow. Probably earlier in the day. But, cool, well, welcome. And thanks, I'm glad you enjoyed it. A little low-key tonight, but hopefully it was fun and informative and whatnot. So, cool. Well, you're welcome back anytime. It's good to see everyone, and yeah, should be streaming sometime tomorrow, possibly sometime on Sunday, although that's less likely. We'll be having a watch party for the League of Legends World Championships finals, so that'll be fun. Alright, well, I'm just yammering on at this point. Next time we may do some inventory management. We may actually do Bolts 5. We'll see. We're really, really strong, but I want to make that evaluation again at the beginning of a fresh stream rather than coming off a high of having just crushed Bolts 1 through 4. So, it's a lot of fun. Good to see everyone. I'm glad I got to stream twice today. It's fantastic. I'm trying to make sure I get these exported over to YouTube, so I'll do that after this. But regardless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you.